Hello there, you're welcome to the last episode of the Mose. We are just looking at Mose Radio, the aftermath of his death and what would be the way forward. What would be the way forward? Because we cannot talk about him. We have identified one of the problems, like Grace Baiga observed, has been drugs and booze. They drink like fish and then start acting like wild animals in the streets. And now they are stabbing each other, killing each other. And we are worried. We are losing talent. Now the question is, what should be the way forward? You can also give us your comments in this episode, wherever you are watching this New Vision TV online from, on YouTube, especially, and on the New Vision TV, New Vision, the newspaper. You can go there, just give us your comment on what you think. What should be the way forward? How should this be tackled? Because who is next? I turn back to you, Joachim Buwembo. There are so many, people, so many ideas have been floated around. So many, theories have been floated around. And what should be done? How should we stop this? Who is to blame? Is the press, like Baiga said, should we stop writing about these issues when they write? Because, I don't know. Government, others are they are of the view that the government should come in and then...
Yes, where we've reached, it's approaching a crisis.
Yes, a crisis.
So it has to be handled as such. Standards have to be enforced. I think, like the Reverend Father suggested, the role of the manager has to be enhanced. Just like journalism, while everybody can be on social media, but to really practice journalism, you must be, there are minimum standards which are required. So the role of a manager has to be enhanced. I think government needs to come in because the security of the people, just like government recently passed all those laws against smoking. So the conduct of these people should be also regulated by a requirement. If you are of a certain level, you must have a manager, and this must be the qualification of a manager. The manager shouldn't be someone whom you push around. The manager should be qualified. Look at the national security. The president, the chief of his security detail. If he tells him, stand up, run, the president will run. He will obey. So who is a musician not to obey his manager? If the commander-in-chief can obey his security officer, who is below him anyway. So there has to be enforcement. The role of a manager has to be enhanced, period.
Okay. What about the artists? The artists themselves, what should they do? Because this is what's happening.
As I said, the artists should know we need their voices and their music. Not so much. I remember watching those videos of the great old-time stars, looking at Skita Davis singing. She's like a headmistress addressing students. Nothing fancy and so on. And yet the whole world would buy
that. Because of what was coming out of her.
Yeah. Standing there just...
We want your music. In other words, we prefer your music than you throwing your...
We don't want those other talents. The fighting, we have Golola and company. We have their boxers. They are called the bomber. Yes. Yeah. We don't need any musician to show us how they fight. Or how many liters of liquor they can consume. Even that, we can consume the liquor ourselves, by the way. We don't need them to show us.
Okay, thank you very much. Yes, your last word.
The thing is, it was a bad foundation for the house. The house is now cracking down because the foundation was bad. The three icons that built the Ugandan music industry, that's Chameleon, Bebe Cool, Bobby Wine, started by showing us that they managed themselves. And whoever was tagging along them to be as a manager started as a person who would run their CDs to TV stations and radio stations, then later became a manager. I mean, those are not basis of a good manager. Let them, and they are the ones who have to go back. It is from them. But you will talk, Joachim will write, we shall speak. But it is up to them. They have an association. Let them go back, draw up a memorandum of understanding, let them have articles of association, and they make their own rules and regulations that a manager is a manager.
What about the behaviors of the artist?
Exactly. The manager's role will be, if you wake up one day and you start pouring alcohol, a bottle of beer onto someone, I mean, who are you to pour alcohol on me? Do you think they don't have anger? I will get up and punch you, and probably will also punch me back. One of us will have something. This is why we are regretting right now. If someone was there to take away radio, if someone was there, if only the so-called manager who said that he went back to the car and slept. I mean, I couldn't manage because they were making noise, because they were drinking. Who was there? Let them give the powers back to where they belong. Joe was talking about the security detail of Kaguta, and Kaguta says you're not going to pass here because we see there is threat. Kaguta will divert his route. But if the managers are established in the rules and regulations that govern, and they're actually done through protocol, let the association be there. Let them deal with this as themselves. Let them not be carried away by the fame, by the fact that people are looking at you. I mean, you're not a celebrity when you are alive, but when you die, that is when you get to know that people really cared about you. But they will not even have you anymore. So we don't want them dead. We want them alive, and we listen to their music. So let them work it out, their attitude, their discipline, and then let them have rules and regulations from their association.
Thank you very much. That was right said. Thank you very much for watching. You've been watching Music Review with me, Joseph Pate. In the studio, I had Joachim Buwembo, writer and the music, fan, and of course my colleague Grace Biger. So till next time, I'm Joseph Pate signing out, saying ciao.
Such a perfect rush.